Welcome to Authentic with Brazil 201. I'm your host, Brazil 201, and on today's episode, we're going to talk about Zoe Deutch, or is it Dutch? I'll never know. Other movie that came out last week, Gail Daughtry and the Celebrity Sex Pass. But before we get into this whole movie, I just want to say I saw The Odyssey again today, Monday, July 13th, and then after seeing The Odyssey at fucking 8:15 in the morning at Lincoln Square while they're setting up the red carpet for tomorrow with this giant fucking four-story horse. If you're on the Upper West Side, you can go see it. It's outside Lincoln Square right now. Um, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go see this movie, the other Zoe Deutch movie. And I have to say, interesting quote unquote palate cleanser for this movie because comparing this to her other movie that also came out like a week or two ago, Voicemails to Isabel, I have to say, Voicemails to Isabel should have been the movie released in theaters, and this should have been the Netflix movie because this movie is very bad. And I don't mean like bad, like Supergirl bad. Like it's so bad and absurd it becomes okay. But this movie feels more like a Netflix shitty straight to streaming movie where Voicemails to Isabel or Voicemails for Isabel, whatever that one was called, felt like a movie that should be released in theaters. And look, I'm always in for a Zoe Deutch movie. Okay, listen. She's a top 10 white girl, fantastic eyebrows, there is never anything that can go wrong with her. And I'm always intrigued because they're very like hit or miss with me. Like last year, she had the threesome movie. I loved it. Then she also had some weird Netflix black and white movie that I hated. Right? She had Flower that I liked. Voicemails to Isabel that I liked. This, I'm not saying I hated it, but I just disliked it. And we're gonna go straight into it because I don't know if people are gonna watch this movie. I guess they will when this is, I think, a Sony movie, so this should pop up on Netflix in about a month. So Zoe Deutch plays a. First of all, this movie takes place in a flyover state. Well, it begins in flyover state, Kansas, right? So Zoe plays a flyover state girl who has never left her shitty small town America, like very flyover state, irrelevant town that has no purpose in modern America, right? And the thing with that is that Zoe, just reeks of hot Upper East Side baddie, right? I can't buy Zoe as like a flyover state naive girl, and that's what her character is. And it's maybe like I'm just like I get mad not at the character for being a flyover state, but like you're Zoe Deutch, right? Because like her character in the threesome movie, right? That also takes place in like a state where abortion is banned. But that character that seems to be like they're in a city in a flyover state, so they're like more cultured or normal, right? This, she is straight up basically how like Emily in Paris Emily was in season one, where she was like naive flyover state girl. And it's funny because like even in like season five of Emily in Paris, where there was like that stepdaughter character that was just like bullying the shit out of Emily, like Emily like still has like flyover state naive energy. This character is peak flyover state naive energy. So um a mailman is our narrative person. This is like how it begins. Fred Melman plays Frank the mailman, and he's narrating. He's like, Gail is my favorite person. This is just an irrelevant small town person, and I love Gail. And guess what? We're about 2 weeks before her wedding, right? And Gail is a hairdresser, and she's like, she's been engaged to her high school sweetheart, Tom. And I'm still kind of confused how old everyone is supposed to be in this because I understand Zoe's like 32. Maybe she's like playing the 26, 27-year old, the character, the people type of people I can't stand. It's the losers who get married to the person they met in high school or freshman or like English 101. So her fiance is Tom. And this is where I gotta say, first of all, the person, and this has always been my thing with most of the Zoe Deutch movies, is the guy who gets to be the love interest. I just never could believe could pull Zoe because Zoe is like a top tier white girl. That is impossible to bag, right? And I know she's like engaged or married to like a really attractive guy. Like her real life husband, I could understand how, I could believe he pulled her, right? But this dude also has just reeks of flyover state Kansas like farm energy. I have never seen this guy in anything before, right? So anyway, um, his name is Tom, the fiance, and they're 2 weeks away from the wedding. And Gail is riding her bicycle to her hairdresser job, and she's cutting the hair of some blind guy, and she has a black gay bestie, who I believe is named, what the fuck? Is his name Miles or Otto? I think his name is Otto. What I don't, there's the black gay bestie character, right? And he's like, who would be your celebrity like hall pass? And the woman and the haircut for the woman he's cutting says Liam Neeson, because I bet he could, show me a particular set of skills. And apparently Gail has never heard of the term hall pass, celebrity hall pass or whatever. And she's like, I choose Tom because Tom is the only person she's ever fucked her entire life. Very sad. So then they're going to the signing of a Jennifer Aniston cookbook thing, and they discuss the hall pass thing. And he says Tilda Swinton is his hall pass, and Gail says Jon Ham. They do the celebrity cookbook. They tell Jennifer Aniston, we're getting married in 2 weeks. And after meeting Jennifer Aniston at this book signing, Gail's like, not Gail, Tom is like, I want to switch my celebrity hall pass to Jennifer Aniston. And Tom's like, I forgot my jacket and my keys in the bookstore. Let me go get it. And Gail is just waiting outside the raffle for an hour. She knocks in the door. She's like, hi, is my fiance in here? And, it's a flyover state. So they're like, sure, go check around. They open the staff room and they see Tom dicking down Jennifer Aniston. Okay. And this is where the movie lost me, because I'm like, there ain't no way Tom can pull Jennifer Aniston. Okay. But Jennifer Aniston looks so great, but he's dicking her down. And he's just having a conversation with Gail while dicking down Jennifer Aniston. And Jennifer Aniston's like, heard about the hall pass. I'm like, he's my hall pass, right? Like, let him dick me down. And Gail is like heartbroken. So she goes to a hair salon convention with the gay black bestie, Otto. I believe the name is Otto. And they go to LA. So then they're in LA, and now we have flyover state energy in LA, like very similar to when they go to New York. And they land at LAX, and Gail has a silver briefcase with like hair products and hair blow dryers and shit like this. There's two Italian guys who meet the Fonz, and and she's like, oh, I'll take the picture for you. The Fonz people, who are friends of the Fonz, drop down their briefcase so they can take the picture. They actually grab her briefcase. She grabs their briefcase. They swap. Then, for whatever reason, the Italian chick from Brooklyn Nine-Nine is there, who's the head of this Italian mob thing, kills one of the people, and sends them on a quest to find the briefcase and kill, right? Gail and Otto explore the city, and they're very, very flyover state naive. They go to the hotel, and the guy at the hotel is like fucking with them. He's like, let me tell you where some of the best establishments are. He's like, this place, great food, Mark's McDonald's. This place, best coffee, Mark's a Starbucks. This place, best gum, 7-Eleven. And if you want to get your dick sucked, go behind the Foot Locker and ask for Gary. And it's like, oh, okay. And then we get a montage of them going all these places. Otto gets his dick sucked by like some dude behind the Foot Locker. They go to a psychic place, and he's laughing, but she knows everything. She's like, oh, you're mad your fiance fucked Jennifer Aniston. You want to fuck Jon Ham. That's the only way to balance everything. So what happened? Oh, there we go. There's a guy outside where the Jimmy Kimmel Studios are, Hollywood Boulevard, the Chinese theater. And he's like, I have the maps to see celebrities to the stars, right? And he's like, I'm sorry, I don't have Jon Ham's address. But if you guys go to CAA, I'm sure you guys can find Jon Ham's address. And this is the funniest part of someone who's like rep by WWE. They go to CAA, and I don't know, you can't just like walk into CAA. So they walk into CAA, and they're on the CAA floor automatically, which isn't how, like, I'm assuming LA's CAA office is very similar to New York's WME and CAA offices, where it's like there's other offices like in the CAA building that aren't a part of like CAA or WME. And somehow, whatever, they're on the floor. The main lobby is CAA, and this Asian dude, God, what the fuck is the nerdy Asian guy's name? Caleb, right? It's like, oh, I'll help you meet, because Gail is just like, hi, I'm Gail, and just like always introduces her with positivity. And you know what? Caleb's like, I'm gonna help you, right? So they go up to the CAA floor, and they're like, oh, this is everybody. I'm gonna get the sheet. We're gonna find Jon Ham, right? This is Jon Ham's agent. Blah blah blah. Caleb gets fired for being a fucking loser for doing shit like this, but he steals the sheet with Jon Ham's home address. So they break, and then this is a really interesting part. So they get naked, not naked, but like in tank tops and underwear to make a rope of their clothes. And I have to say, Zoe looks fucking hot in the tank top. Like, this was the purpose of the movie. Like, damn, Zoe's got a rockin' fucking body, right? They break in the house, but the house is really Weird Al's house. Weird Al begins shooting M16s at them, and they escape because they're like, Weird Al's like, this is my house I bought from Jon Ham. Then they meet a dude named Vincent, who was a paparazzi guy, who's like, Jon Ham was my white whale. And he's like, I know how to find Jon Ham because I know his former co-star from Mad Men, John Slattery. So they go to the hood, and for whatever reason, John Slattery is fucking there. Because in this universe, I guess John Slattery isn't Tony Stark's father. So they act like he hasn't had a role since fucking Mad Men when he's like, in the Avengers movies and shit like that. And he's in the hood, and he's like, I'm going to beat you guys. Section Penal Code. I can beat the shit out of you. Gail accidentally kicks him in the balls, and then they work together. And then they see Gail's briefcase isn't full of her personal items, but government documents. They're like, holy shit, this would make a great plot. Then they go to Jon Ham's hotel room because they're looking at Slattery's text, and there's this black guy, Terrence, who's like, listen, I understand the hall pass situation. That's what you want, but I can make you all very sick. But if you guys come with a movie plot line for Jon Ham, he'll do anything you want. Okay. Then the Italian people come, they fight them. Otto has a steel plate in his skull, and a bullet bounces off them and kills one of the Italian mobsters. There's a lot of funniness happening at this. Otto and Gail get kidnapped. They make a deal to, like, if we give back the documents. So Caleb, fucking Slattery, and Vincent go. They give the documents. They trade the documents for their freedom. And then John Slattery goes unleashed, beats the shit out of them. And oh no, right? Yeah, beats the shit out of them. They take all their guns. They go outside. They see, oh my god, all the guys with the guns. But they didn't. They took all the guns and they just shot them. So Gail killed like 20 fucking people. So they kidnap. The fuck is her name? Ludovica. And all of them keep punching her in the face because she kept trying to kill them. It's a really funny bit. And then they punch her, and then they Gail beats the living shit out of her because Ludovic tries to shoot Gail. She goes crazy, beats the living shit out of him, has blood all over her face, looks really hot. And then we learn Tide gets rid of blood. They pitch the plot line to Jon Ham. He doesn't like it. Jon Ham then grants them wishes, like in the end of Wicked. Then Gail has sex with Jon Ham, right? Looks super hot. So then they're at the wedding. We flash forward. Everybody's at the wedding. They're all friends. And Gail's like, you know what? I can't get married to you. There's more to life. I can't be married to the one person I fucked and blah, 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 blah. Jon Ham arrives in a hot air balloon. And he's like, what the fuck is happening? Tom was like, what the fuck is happening? And then Gail's like, I'll be your situationship. And Jon Ham and Gail have sex in the hot air balloon. That's what's happened in this movie. It's ridiculous. Okay, I think this is gonna end up like a cult classic thing, like what Hot American Summer. I guess. Listen, I'm always gonna be in for a Zoey Deutch movie. She looks super hot on this. Good for her. It's not my favorite. I really think Voicemails for Isabel should have been in theaters. This should have been on Netflix. In terms of quality, this is a Tribeca Film Festival movie, like both of her movies, which is interesting because Threesome was a Tribeca Film Festival, as was Flower. and things like this. I'm always in for a Zoey Deutch movie. Top tier white girl. But that's it. Not my favorite. I will never watch this movie again. But she looks hot in it. There we go. Yeah. Remember, Odyssey Pod coming probably Thursday night, Friday morning, whenever. It's going to be long. Okay. Because I am seeing the Odyssey. I don't know. I got invited to the red carpet tomorrow. That shit's late. I'm old. I can't like go to that and then the party. But I am seeing it. I am seeing it Thursday with a real audience. So that should be interesting. It is. Yeah. I loved it. But yeah.